This story may sound simple, but if you listen carefully, it might change your life too. Tony was 29 years old. He was a very smart man. He worked at a logistics company as a supervisor. He always completed his work before everyone else, but Tony had one problem. He did not know how to relate with people. When things did not go his way, he would shout. If someone made a mistake, he would embarrass them in front of everyone. He always believed that he was the only serious person in the room, and that others were just wasting time. People were annoyed of his presence. Some of his coworkers even started wishing to be transferred out of his department. Then one day, after a serious argument in the office, the HR manager called him in. "Tony," she said, "you are very good at your job. Nobody is saying otherwise, but if you continue treating people like this, we may have to let you go." That statement hit Tony hard. He was angry, of course. In his mind, he was thinking, "I am the only one who is doing things right here. I am not the problem." But later that night, as he sat alone, something inside him whispered, "What if the problem really is me?" A few weeks passed. Tony tried to stay quiet at work. He avoided arguments, but it was not easy. Then one weekend, his younger sister came to visit. While they were talking, she said something that stayed in his heart. She said, "Big brother, I know your heart is good, but the way you speak to people sometimes, it is just too harsh." Tony paused. This was his sister. She was not trying to insult him. She was just being honest. That night, he went online and typed, "Why do I get angry easily?" He started reading different articles. That was where he discovered something called emotional intelligence. He kept reading for hours. He learned that emotional intelligence does not mean hiding your feelings. It means understanding them. It means knowing what you are feeling and being able to control it so that your emotions do not end up controlling you. It also means noticing what other people are feeling and knowing how to respond in a way that helps them instead of hurting them. Tony had never looked at emotions this way before. The next day at work, Tony decided to try something different. Instead of shouting when someone made a mistake, he paused. He took a deep breath. Just one deep breath. Then he said, "It is fine. Let us fix it together." His coworker looked surprised. Tony had never spoken that calmly before. Tony felt a bit strange too. But there was also a peaceful feeling in his chest. He liked it. Over the next few weeks, he kept reading more about emotional intelligence. He even started journaling, writing down how he felt every day. He noticed something. If he did not sleep well, he was more likely to snap at people in the morning. He also noticed that certain people annoyed him, not because of what they said, but because of how he was already feeling before they spoke. He started learning to name his emotions. "I am not angry. I am just overwhelmed. I am not irritated. I am tired. I am not upset with them. I am upset with myself." These small changes made a big difference. And something else started happening. People started treating him differently too. Some coworkers began asking him for help or advice. Others smiled more when he entered the room. Then one day, his manager said, "Tony, I do not know what you are doing lately, but whatever it is, please continue." Then came the real test. One Friday afternoon, something big went wrong. A delivery got delayed, and their biggest client was extremely upset. Everybody in the office was panicking. Normally, Tony would have shouted at everyone. He would have blamed the whole team, but this time, he stayed calm. He picked up the phone and called the client himself. He said, "We made a mistake. I take full responsibility. We are already working on a solution, and I will keep you personally updated." The client was still upset, but he calmed down. Tony fixed the issue that evening. After the call, one of the junior staff walked up to him and said, "Sir, you handled that very well." Tony smiled, not because he was proud, but because he finally understood that this is what leadership really means. Not just giving orders, but staying calm, thinking clearly, and helping others stay calm too. Tony did not become a perfect person overnight. He still had moments when he felt frustrated or stressed. But now, he could see those emotions early. He could choose how to respond. He also began paying more attention to others. He noticed when someone was quiet, not because they were lazy, but because something might be bothering them. He started asking, "Are you alright?" instead of, "What is wrong with you?" And that is the real power of emotional intelligence. It helps you see clearly. It helps you understand yourself, and it helps you treat others with care. Everybody wants to feel heard, everybody wants peace, and everyone wants to be respected. But that peace does not come from outside, it starts from inside. Emotional intelligence is not some big word. It simply means knowing how you feel, understanding how others feel, and learning how to handle those emotions in a good way. You do not have to be perfect, you just have to be aware. Like Tony, you can start with small steps. So I want to leave you with this: when you feel angry, do you pause and ask yourself why? When someone annoys you, do you react without thinking? When your mood changes, do you notice? Because the truth is, your intelligence may open the door, but your emotional intelligence is what will keep you in the room. Learn it, practice it. And your life, your relationships, your work, your peace of mind will never remain the same.